Hello. Welcome to Dr. Diary, and I'm your host, Sheena. This is yet another day with a different episode. And I am joined with two amazing people. You've actually seen their faces, and I cannot introduce them. Let them do that themselves.
And of course, the man that has been sandwiched by these two impeccable, gorgeous, beautiful ladies is the one and only MC Gucci, the host with the most.
And my name is Flavian Chacha. Welcome.
Hello. Welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome to Dr. Diary once again. Guys, I'm super excited.
Can't wait.
Do you know why I'm excited? It's because you're into social media so much.
Oh, yeah.
And our topic of today cuts across there. Does social media, breaks happy home? Does it break happy homes?
Does the home have to be happy? Can we just talk about how it's breaks?
Good question, right?
Let me tell you, homes have to be happy.
Good question.
The homes have to be happy because a happy home,
That is
God
the
is
goal.
in it.
Eyes on the prize, man.
Okay.
Happiness.
God is always in a happy home.
Let me give two examples I got on social media.
Yeah.
One was a lady calling herself the trophy wife, and her content was based on how ladies should be in their feminine era and let a man provide and stuff. So, come to find out, she was a single mom of 2 kids, and she met this man who was willing to marry her and provide for her kids. So she went all in, and the man was giving her the life. And one time she was on live, and her kid was screaming at the background. And they're like, ignore the noise. Only to find out that the man she got married to has been assaulting her kids. And the evidence was caught on a live.
Damn.
Of the kid screaming painfully, and she's just like, she's with her daddy, ignore.
Because the daddy was allegedly
Christ.
assaulting his kid.
But she was with the man because the man gives her money. The man funds her lifestyle. Her content is literally based on
Oh my God. The
So you
flaunting life.
the flaunting life.
Damn.
And I feel like now that was like a breaking point, because if she knew, if she wasn't so much on social media, if she would care to stand up and check what's going on with her kid,
Yeah.
then maybe she would have found out sooner. And then let me talk about this lady. I've forgotten her name, but she's a Kenyan TikToker who, I think she shaved her hair. She shaved her hair, and then she has been online with her boyfriend. Like, they've been this TikTok couple, and then they got pregnant, and then they had Mary Linda. So Mary Linda, people are making jokes that she's on live all the time because she's trying to get
Money.
Coins.
The coin.
Money.
The
Yeah.
coins.
The gifts and all that. So
the
that
gifts and all that to survive. And then initially, this was like just a couple trying this social media thing out. And then after some time, now she has based her entire existence on the social media.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if her baby daddy is working or not, but now she has to sit on the social media for the sake of the money. She's not even taking care of the kid anymore. You see, now that's neglect.
I
You're
know.
on screen.
Yeah.
What about your husband?
Yeah.
You're on screen. What about your kids?
Yeah.
on that context, I thought there was a lot of heated argument on the comments, because I'm that comments person. Anytime I go watch a video, I have to go to the comments. That's where the juice is. And people are like, oh, leave her, let her be. She's doing that because she want to provide for the kid. And I think at some point I'm not sure she said that, but she said, I'm doing this because I'm trying to get more money so that I can provide for my kid.
For the
Okay.
child, yeah.
So I know that doesn't justify, but I think, yes, like social media is getting into everything that we're doing nowadays. And let's just narrow it down to TikTok, okay?
Yeah.
Nowadays, it's all about TikTok. You saw what happened the other day. They were about to shut down. Actually, they did shut down TikTok in the US
Yeah.
for 24 hours, okay?
Yeah.
Some of us were almost going to
A depression.
depression, because it was a lot. This is the first time we're getting to have the US out of TikTok for the first time.
Yeah.
So you can imagine how much we are so much engrossed in these people who are on this app and the kind of impact it brought to us.
Yeah.
Some of the hosts that I know are breaking down.
Yeah.
Some of the supporters were like, oh my goodness, this place ain't gonna be the same. So I feel like, yes, social media is really playing a significant part on, breaking and destroying as much as it's a good thing,
Yeah.
but you find these parents, they are always glued on TikTok. Like these kids, they want to come from school, come check their favorite celebrities performing. They want to check, oh, what did this person do today? They want to come and catch up with Sheena's stream and all that.
Yeah.
They want to come, be listen to Gucci, and
Right.
it goes way deeper into that. So before you know it, you're so much engrossed in, you're so much invested in that some other issues that used to be performed well before social media came in now becomes a problem. Yeah, so you find that some parties, there's some things you don't do that you used to do, and they're family issues, right?
Yeah.
So you find that there are so many fallouts because of that.
Do you think that we need to balance, because we can't do without social media?
Yes. So the problem is how can we balance? Yes, it's easy said than done. Okay, somebody says, okay, today I'm gonna just TikTok for like 2 hours. Okay, sometimes you'll be like, okay, let me just go to TikTok for an hour.
Actually,
Then after
TikTok is
that,
quite very addictive.
yes, you'll be like, okay, today I'll just TikTok for. I'm just gonna browse for an hour. You keep on scrolling. By the time you're checking your phone, my goodness, this morning you're supposed to go to work, and now you go to work sleepy, right?
Yeah.
You go to work like you're tired. You ain't gonna be productive because
don't have time
you've
to
been
do this.
awake the whole goddamn night, right?
Yeah.
So here you're supposed to be productive, but because you've been on it the whole night,
Yeah.
you ain't gonna do that. So you come back home, the same thing, back and forth.
Yeah.
So it's always easy said than done than balancing. But actually, how are we gonna balance that? Because there's so much content out there, and we are constantly on the quest to consume this content. So
Also, do you think people just want to be seen? Like this, that, like we're fighting to be seen. We're fighting for people to see us because we're seeing others making it on social media. So we want to be seen as well, and hence not having time even when it comes to at home for married couples, for instance.
yes, I think so. Yeah, that brings an issue of peer pressure, right? Because
Yeah.
you see, people are doing really good, well, and you want to come on and just prove to people that you also have something going on. Okay, so you find yourself investing more and more energy every day just to prove a point. Okay,
Yeah.
you want to show exactly, okay, this is what I'm doing. I have a job. I can do this. I'm have a happy home. We have people like they're showing off their home. They want to show, this is my beautiful family. So they just want to have that sense of belonging so that they can have that class.
Yeah.
They can form that clique and have that kind of, they're just trying to fit in the society. So they tend to overdo it. And by them overdoing it, they tend to forget that they have a family.
Yeah.
They have people that look upon them. They have people like depend on them. There are people
Yeah.
like who need their care,
True.
affection, attention, and all that, and love. So
Wow.
it's a lot.
But
I wanted to like talk about trends.
yeah,
People will post things and then it becomes a trend, and now people want to take part in the trends. And for instance, my age mates are getting flowers, you see, but on your end, your man can't give that to you.
yeah, true.
Sure.
You may be married and the wife is gifted a car on her kid's birthday. You gave birth, so
Yeah.
it's the birthday of the kid. He's a
Yeah.
present for you, mama.
Yeah. Absolutely.
But your husband cannot provide that.
There's that
Do you know
pressure.
that
Yeah.
women leave some of their men who are trying because of this illusion created by social media?
Yeah, true.
Absolutely. Yeah, I concur with that.
And there's this trend of signing divorce papers and posting them online.
What?
Really?
Oh my God.
Enlighten me, man.
I also don't know about that.
It's about to go down, right?
US TikTok is crazy.
Why would you?
They have really funny trends.
Why would you sign divorce papers and post it online?
I don't know. It gets to a point where women get online and start talking about the red flags of their partners, and this one is like, "Oh my God, mine is exactly like that," and this woman is like, and people in the comment section are like, "Leave that man, sis. Leave him. Leave him." After
There's pressure.
The peer pressure, yeah.
after some time, it will get to you. Even if you love him, you'd be like, "What if they're saying the truth?"
Exactly. The mob psychology gets to you.
Yeah.
So
What
you
if-
want to justify to your fans, and you end up doing things
want
that
to-
you wouldn't have done on a sober mind without the fans, right?
You want to justify that I got this to maybe massage your ego or something.
Right.
Like, people can't talk like this about me.
Yeah.
Let me show them.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And you end up you know.
Yeah.
Because sometimes people post online. I've been looking at a certain post of this lady. She's pregnant.
Yeah.
And then she wrote that something along the lines of my boyfriend, and everyone is like, oh, is the ring? Is the ring being polished? When are you getting married? Where are the wedding pictures? The entire comment section, everyone was talking about that. So if this lady, after some time, she doesn't see that ring,
Yeah.
and in every post, maybe she wants to document the growth of her child,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
and she lives
absolutely.
with the boyfriend. So the definition of a family is people united by marriage,
Yeah.
blood, or
Yeah.
adoption.
Yeah.
So if a child is involved, then blood is involved.
True.
You see, so they're a family.
Yeah.
It's just not official.
Yeah.
But now, if every time she posts and people are like, oh, where's the wedding? Where's the ring? Show us the ring. Did I see boyfriend? Boyfriend and pregnancy is something you cannot see. You cannot find me typing in one statement. You see.
But I think
Oh,
it's
yeah.
also because we have allowed it. Because the moment you start putting your life there on social media,
You're giving
then
people
your life is not, that's not your life.
You're giving
Yeah.
them leverage and
Yeah.
an opportunity to comment and give opinions
Yeah.
about your
what they
life.
think about
Yeah. It's not your life anymore. It's actually theirs because now they're the ones taking charge. And now they take
Considering-
charge in your life. They take charge in your relationship. They take charge in your home.
Considering some people have stayed in their marriages, some people have stayed in their relationships, some people have stayed in their families. But when they come online with the issue, everyone is like, no, you need to leave. Now they leave.
He's
But-
narcissistic.
This lady knew that this man was like that, right?
Yeah,
Did she stay with him?
she did.
This child knew that the parents were like this and that.
Yeah.
But they still stayed, you
Yeah.
see. But now when you put your issues out there, okay, sometimes it's okay to leave.
And now
But-
every man is narcissistic. Every
And now
man
every
nowadays
man is
is
gaslighting.
Really?
Everyone
Really?
is-
Yeah, that's what they say.
On TikTok.
On, like
Oh.
on social media.
Oh, social
It's-
media,
Yeah, on social
okay.
media.
On social
Really?
media right now,
Why is it
everyone
not
is narcissistic.
You stayed. Oh, this
He
is
was
all
gaslighting
going on. He's a
him.
narcissist.
Uh-huh.
He's a narcissist. People don't know the meaning, but they just use it.
He's toxic.
Yes. Why in a toxic relationship?
Oh,
now it's
sis,
the people determining.
Can never
that
be
for
me.
you.
But you'd find them. They're judging people out here, but they're in deeper trenches than the people they're even judging.
Absolutely right. Yeah.
Right. Wow. So and then there's this type of people who they show their lives, they flaunt how they live happily, how they do this, and now they give pressure to other couples. You see this and you're like, I want to live this way. Oh, see how they renovated their house, because you're showing it. Now there's pressure in your home now because you want your home that way. You want to live that life with
Yeah,
that person.
absolutely.
And you end up taking it out on your partner.
Exactly.
Or you want your children to know 5 languages like the child you knew somewhere.
Yeah. You go online, you find this kid so good, fluent in
speaks
English,
English,
Spanish,
exactly.
German. You'll be like, hold on. You come back home, you're looking at your kids, you'll be like, what are this? Right? You'll be like, you can't even make a sentence in English. That kid speaks full English fluently. So these things get your mind. It gets your mind back to full. You find like, oh, you wanna be like this somebody, man. It brings cheating. It just brings a lot. Trust me.
Yeah.
And
Just
you
trying to
find-
fit in into that jigsaw fit to fit in.
Yeah.
It just comes with a lot of repercussions, and trust me, it's never a happy ending.
But the pressure is too much on social media.
Yeah, the pressure is too much,
It's
man.
not only on TikTok, but it's actually everywhere, even on Instagram. You see
Yeah,
celebrities.
more so
Oh,
Instagram.
what?
When you talk
Like,
about
oh,
Instagram, that is now something else.
And even on YouTube, it's actually
crazy.
even on YouTube. You see, people have YouTube channels and they're posting everything.
The vlogs and all that.
Oh, Jesus Christ! This is how I go on my daily life.
Yeah.
Vlog
Yes.
with me.
Yes, vlog with me or whatever it is. And
They take you to a
there's too
closet.
much pressure.
Your
Yes.
clothes, they take those like the colognes and the oil.
Yeah.
The selfie like your 5 months salary. They'll be like, oh, hold on, am I living around something? Because that is only you go to the closet, you get tired. All right, you like, hey, don't even proceed because it's always a lot. They get into your brain. You'll be like, am I living or am I just surviving? All right, so it makes you to change the way you think. You get it, like you're always stressing out. And even the mental health, the peace of mind. Sometimes you're just there, but you're not there.
Yeah.
You're overthinking. You're trying to see how am I gonna get that kind of lifestyle, right? Because you feel like they're really having it all.
That
Deep
is
down, you never
very
know
true.
exactly what is happening. Maybe they're
Yeah.
just doing that for brands, as I said. They're doing that for brand. Maybe they're just doing that because that's their content. That's what brings money on their table. And maybe that's what they, it's just a lot, right?
And some women online base their content on how to live with a man. What do you expect from him? What should they do? So this lady is like, if you married, I don't advise on struggle love. If you married a poor man, just scroll. You see, so she was giving tips on how to keep a marriage. And she said she doesn't give advice on struggling love. You just scroll.
Yeah.
But she gives advice to people who people are setting standards. Yeah.
Has it reached to that point?
Like
The account is there.
This lesson, this syllabus is
Evidence
running
for
fast.
Kalatas.
Then it says it. They say like, hey, if you're broke, don't watch this. All right, you ain't gonna keep up. But it's a good disclaimer.
Okay.
Because I ain't gonna
And
watch
here's-
that shit because I know, hey, you guys are gonna just give me trauma.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna swipe.
Yeah, true.
Right?
Okay,
Sure.
here's the thing. So that's the content they post, and they're like, my husband does this and that, does this, does that, does this, does that.
Yeah, it's
As
always
a
about
woman,
something.
this is what should happen. As a lady, you see. And there was this trend of someone that's when you're scrolling and then you find as a lady, and then they scroll like this because it's just too unrealistic. So people set standards online, but deep down they're settling for dusties. They're settling for the dusties they're talking about online. But you'd find that someone doesn't even have a dusty.
Yeah.
The man is trying, but he just, you see, bills has Ivani.
Yeah,
true.
nothing is working out.
Nothing is working out for him, but he's giving you everything.
They're like out there, constant loans. They're like have loans everywhere. All the best friends, they have like, hey, they want to keep up with that kind of lifestyle because they have people looking forward and they're looking up to them, right?
And the
so they want to stay
outfits
those
too.
standards, right?
And the outfits online.
It's
How
crazy.
to dress as an elegant woman. How to,
Somebody goes out there to a yard, rents a V8 just to keep up with that standard. Come
And
shoots a video.
even gifting.
Yes.
You know how I gifted my wife on her birthday.
Yes.
How I gifted my Mantis on his birthday.
I've just
Valentine's
remembered
Day.
another story that was on. I don't know if anyone watches Ray Johnson, Ray Williams. He posts crime stories.
That much.
So he was talking about this influential couple in the US who the man was a pastor. He was writing books. He was motivating people, and the lady was on the business and stuff, and they were flaunting on social media. But now, in order to keep up with the lie, they were struggling financially. They were really straining.
Oh my God.
And at the end, it led to like the demise of their family or the relationship or whatever.
Wow.
Because
It was a
now
dead end.
their finances were completely like in the trenches because they wanted to influence as a family. And that is why some influencers have just decided to post the real thing. Like, I'm eating skuma today.
Exactly.
That.
Yeah, influence people
It's
in that
okay
kind of context.
to not have a sparkling clean house sometimes.
Exactly. Yeah.
Your floor may be dirty, your curtains may not be neat. You may not go with the trends.
True.
Sometimes people are posting, this is the skincare. Those things
Skincare
are
routine.
expensive.
I think we just
Exactly,
need
yeah.
to be real.
Yeah.
And also,
Yeah, we
'cause-
just need to be
but you
Yeah, being real.
I think
Sells a lot.
do you think I think social media as well has affected our children. Children are also affected in this because you see, nowadays children have the liberty to go into some YouTube channels and watch how people live. The other kids of their age.
And they have toys. They
Yes. And then there's that pressure now. They bring to you,
They want-
whatever. And that's the same thing they also want.
I was watching this TikTok on, I do a lot of research on children because that's my field of study.
Yeah.
And someone was mimicking how parents destroy their relationship with their kids because of social media. Like once they introduce the child to social media, now the child should continue. But now the kid is growing up. He can no longer do the cutie thing.
Oh, yeah.
He wants space. He's like, oh, hold a moment. Just a moment. Let me record that. You see, so the phone is in the child's face.
Yeah.
The child cannot have a life of his own. He wants to go and play in the dirt with other kids.
Yeah.
The mom is like, come here and color these so that I can record. The kid wants to go and play with other children, but no. The content of the family, for example, there's this family called Vlad and Nikki.
Oh,
and
yes, I know Vlad and
You know Vlad
Nikki,
and Nikki. Okay,
Yeah.
I see their parents are involved in their games,
Yeah.
but their parents who start channels like that for their children to shoot content and post on YouTube.
Now that is where they go wrong.
Now that's where they go wrong, because the kids need to have a life.
Yeah.
The
Oh,
kids
yeah.
want to go and play.
The real
The
life.
kids want to, you see.
They should allow them.
They want to
choose
bond. They want to
decide.
go to the park
Okay, fine.
and
It's
just
okay
have
for
a real life
Yeah.
with
It's
the
okay
other
for you to
kids.
choose content, but allow your child to be a child and shoot your content when the child is just a child.
Exactly.
You
Yeah.
don't
And they want
necessarily
to-
have to have it planned or do this and then you shoot it. Wow.
So I have a niece who watches Diana and Roma.
Yeah, I also do.
So they'd be like, I want a dress like that.
Yeah,
I want a
pressure.
tiara like that.
Yeah.
I want, oh my God. And to think that I was just putting it to them as a distraction, but I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, so this is the life other kids are living.
Yeah.
That is what I want. So they end up
Oh, yeah.
resenting you because you cannot give that to
you
them.
cannot give to them. And it actually also gives some parents pressure because now they work super hard to the
give.
extent of doing things that they
just-
actually cannot do.
Yeah.
They're doing other things that have actually later on they'll actually regret it later on because of their children.
Just
They want
not to
give
disappoint them.
that
Yeah.
life.
Yeah.
But something that they don't realize is kids that age don't care. They'd even play with a box.
Yeah. Just
They
riding a
take
box. That's
of
the
an
pure
expensive
happiness. Yeah.
toy.
Yeah.
And I love this parent who posts such TikTok. She's like, not everything you see on social media you should buy.
True.
But are you sure that kid is gonna ride that box when he sees Johnny riding like a real toy car, like riding it literally? Are you
Now,
think
that
he's
is
gonna
my point.
exactly
Yeah,
right? Then now that's where it brings all the
Yeah.
controversy.
Yeah.
Because this kid is watching these on TikTok, on YouTube. There's this Porsche. Is like they're already driving this Porsche car at like 5. I know that they're those toys, the big toys, like they're
Yeah.
real,
But
right?
I think it's a good thing to always tell your child life has no balance. There's no it's a yin yang thing.
But do you think
Now,
this
this
kid
is
is
the
gonna
thing,
understand?
Sheena.
This is a kid,
no,
all right?
like
It's
I tell my children, like they watch these channels and they ask for such things, and I tell them, if mommy can, then she will provide. But if I don't have, I won't provide. And I tell my daughter, pray for me. You want this? Pray for me. She does, Mommy, I want a kitchen that I can stand, because she's seen it in someone's
they've seen
vlog.
them, yeah, on
She's like,
movies and all
Mommy, I want this kitchen that I can stand and cook. And I'm like, if I get money,
I'm
then
gonna
I'll buy
give
for
you that.
She's only 5 years and she understands. So every time she prays that mommy gets money and buy me that. And she believes Santa. She believes in Santa, like Santa exists to her. So I tell her, and I work hard towards that. Like I have a whole year because she's been praying that Santa, please deliver this on Christmas Day. So you see, you don't necessarily have to provide that kitchen. I can't
Absolutely.
that kitchen. The one where she can stand and cook, but I can provide something better, a bigger kitchen. She's probably trying to tell me she needs a bigger kitchen. She's out of
I need the
room
space,
there.
yeah.
Yeah.
My point was, most parents are not in their children's life, because
I
if
know.
a child comes, mommy, they're like, chukua and I watch YouTube.
Yeah, exactly.
On mweke kokomelo na tulie.
Yeah, true.
Cocomelon, I hear cocomelon a lot.
Yeah.
So, instead of a parent having like a talk with the kid or something, they're like, you watch. But now when they begin to grow up, they're like, you're always on your phone. You're always on, not realizing that they cultivated
This is
that
what you
habit.
gave them when they were
Yeah,
young.
true.
You see?
True.
So it's like the kids and the parents wako, like they're far apart.
Yeah.
This mom on TikTok posted her son, who is 2 years old, and he had never seen a TV in his life. All he does is just interact with nature, play with toys, do things like that. He doesn't give the son screen time. And people in the comments were judging. And we're like, what are you judging? The mom decided what they want for the child, and they want to bond.
True.
Because now they'll have to learn everything from you.
Yeah.
Children nowadays are throwing so many tantrums because that's what YouTube Kids is displaying.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's what if you watch Peppa Pig, that's Peppa Pig attitude. You see,
I know.
or maybe time to go to school. No.
Yeah.
And then I'll look at your brother.
Yeah.
He's already gone. Okay,
Yeah.
yes, I will go to school. But the first response is saying no.
No.
So that's what the child is ingesting, and after some time,
They're
they
easily
end
swayed.
up in rehabilitation for crying because now they were disobeying the parents. It went out of hand.
Yeah.
It's developed, and now the kids are improperly behaved.
Yeah.
They have behavioral disorders and emotional and behavioral disorders.
Yeah.
Sorry. So it's just if it's not for the parents, now it happens to the parents and their kids.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
we really need to actually limit that what our children get to watch, even if it's screen time you're giving them, then it really has to have a limit. Or when they're watching, watch with them, then get to teach them that this is not how people live, or this is not how life is. This is how
Because-
life is. Like, teach them reality of life.
Okay, so I feel like people should just give themselves a chance, okay?
Sure.
Stop living in other people's shadows.
Yeah.
Just try do your thing, and trust me, people are gonna subscribe to that. People are
Yeah,
gonna love
they
it
will
because
relate
deep
to
down
that,
people
yeah.
are special in their own
Yeah,
kind of way.
I
You
know.
do something and people will be like, oh my goodness, this is what we've been missing. This is
Yeah.
exactly what we've been yearning and looking forward for. And trust me, that's gonna pick. So I feel like we don't have to be influenced by this social media,
Yeah.
by this peer pressure. Like, because somebody has a Mercedes. No, show them you don't have a car. Somebody's gonna bless you with a car. Okay,
It's a
why would I keep on renting a car? I have to rent a car so that I can make my fun. No way, come
Or
on.
lease a house.
Yeah, like all that kind of thing. No, just be you, and trust me,
Yeah.
grace is gonna find you.
No, that
There's
was
nothing original that
amazing.
never goes unrewarded. That's what I think, more or less, because social media is good. Okay,
Yeah.
so we have to channel our ways of doing things, and just to make sure that we're taking advantage of this social media and making sure that at least it's benefiting
True.
us rather
Very
than
true.
making us feel like we're overwhelmed.
Yeah.
Just to make our fans happy, our
know,
friends
I
happy. But at the end of the
know,
day,
I
you go
know.
back sleeping madeni. You go back sleeping phone calls. Hey, you're thinking, where am I gonna get money to do
I
this?
know.
It's just a lot, right?
I know.
It's overwhelming.
That's right. Oh, that was amazing, guys. And let me hear your parting shot, and then Gucci, I'm actually talking a lot.
I know I'm a noisemaker.
That
Once I
was-
start
no,
speaking,
it was actually so good.
I never stop, man. I'm a
And
noisemaker.
those are reasons as to why you were here. And
Yeah.
those are reasons as to why you were here speaking about children. No one else would have talked about it better than you.
Yeah.
And of course, no one would have
She
talked
does it so good.
better about social media and everything.
It's a lot.
Let me hear your parting shot, Chacha.
Parting shots. I don't have unrealistic expectations.
Yeah.
Because most people want to look rich.
Yeah.
Or do content that makes them look rich.
Correct.
Most people don't actually resonate with that.
Yeah.
You'd be surprised
Yeah.
that if you do midlife or
Telling
low
you.
life, just
Exactly.
like you are,
Yeah.
many people will relate
Subscribe to
because
that. That's what
how
they go through.
Yeah, that's what
Exactly.
they
Yeah.
go through. That's how they've grown up.
Yeah.
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 And don't let social media bring your kids up.
Mm-hmm.
Take care of your children. Have some time. Talk to them.
Mm-hmm.
Teach them how to communicate. Teach them how to think. Have conversations with them.
Right.
Don't put Cocomelon to distract them. Just be present.
Yeah.
Be present.
Yeah.
And don't have unrealistic expectations from your partner.
Yeah.
These people who post online, probably it's scripted, and when the cameras are
True.
off, they go back to their real self.
Yeah. Wow.
So just be you. Live like yourself.
wow.
No pressure.
Amazing.
Thank
Gucci, you have something to say?
Oh yeah. She said it all. That was a good summary. Originality.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't watch some program on Netflix because these people are waking up in the morning having 5 sandwiches, bacons, smoky sausage. Hey, you wanna do that? Okay, you can have it today. What about tomorrow?
Yeah.
Come on, if you wake up in the morning, you do black coffee, and if you're lucky enough that day you get 2 slices, that's it.
Yeah.
Post that, okay?
I
We're gonna
know.
resonate with that because personally
Yeah.
that's what I do. I wake up in the morning, have coffee, black coffee.
Yeah.
And if I'm lucky enough that day, I have like a couple of slices on the side, right?
Yeah,
Let me post that. People are gonna love that. Rather than me trying to fake it, I'm gonna fake it one day. What about tomorrow?
I
I'm gonna fake it for breakfast, then I miss out on dinner. It's just
Yeah.
crazy. It's our originality, and we don't have to like do exactly what everything is done in social media. Okay, sometimes social media is just for fun. Okay,
That's true.
Just watch it and say, okay, this is just entertainment. Always take it like a scripted thing. Okay,
Yeah.
don't take it like these things are scripted. All
Very
right, so
true.
please just proceed with moderation. Not everything that you consume on social media is true. Actually, some of them are just doing it for script, for the cloud, and just promote their own brands. Okay, and
I
it's really
know.
expensive. Okay, unless you get to that kind of area and that kind of class whereby you can keep up with that every single day, please just watch it as entertainment.
Yeah.
Okay, just to let go of your daily today, stress and all the kind of work and all the things that you deal with as a person.
Amazing, 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 amazing. You heard it. Pick what is good, pick what works for you, and work for your family. Then do exactly that. What doesn't work for you, leave it. For me, I know what I'll do with it. Otherwise, it's been real. And thank you so much. Ciao, ciao.
Adios.